The activity we're going to talk about now is scary sounds, and it's on page 167 in your books. Often what happens around the preschool period is that kids start to have that amazing burst in imagination, and so sounds can be really scary for them because they can be imagining all the different sorts of things that sound could be, and often if they're anxious then they're having lots of anxious thoughts about what those sounds could be. So this is a really nice way of having a play around with sounds and challenging in a really gentle way some of their ideas about what might be making those sounds. So I've got Suzanne off camera, and we're going to do this the way we would with children. So with children we would have them cover their eyes while we make a sound and have them guess what might be making that sound. And then they can take a turn too to make a sound and we can have a guess. So Suzanne is going to make one sound to start with.
I'm going to make a sound and I'm going to ask you to close your eyes,
Okay.
Fiona, so you can guess what the sound is.
All right.
Okay, you ready?
Go. Oh, can I open my eyes
You
now?
can open your eyes
Okay.
now.
I think, was that a monster scratching at my window, trying to get in?
Definitely sounded like that.
Oh, or maybe it was the ghost in the cupboard, trying to get out into my bedroom.
I'm going to tell you later. First I'm going to make sound number 2 and then
Sound
I'll
number
let you in
2.
on my secrets.
All right, I'm going to close my eyes. Let me listen to that sound. Oh.
Okay, you can open your eyes.
Oh, I'm sure that was someone walking down the path next to our house, and I'm sure they're trying to break in.
Like a monster's footsteps. Yeah.
Oh, it could have been a monster, couldn't it?
No, but it wasn't.
Oh.
It was gravel in a glass making that sound. And the first sound
What was the first sound?
was just some things from my kitchen. So it was a grater with a spoon.
Oh gosh, that's much less scary than a monster scratching at my window trying to get in, isn't it? So obviously we're being really silly and having lots of fun with this, which is really important, isn't it, when you're engaging kids in this process. But we're gently reality testing, aren't we? And we're opening kids up to what else might that sound be, and how might it be something that's actually not very scary at all. Yeah.
And it's great to have a think about what's in their environment. You know, if they're scared at night from the sounds, what sounds are they actually hearing?
Yeah.
You know, which is why I think about the gravel or the trees, if they've got that in their yard. And the types of sounds that they would hear.
Absolutely. A child who lives in an inner city apartment is going to be hearing very different sounds at night to a child who lives in a more suburban area or a child who lives in a rural area. So knowing a bit about what is around the house and asking parents about what sort of sounds they're likely to be hearing is a really important thing to do when you're doing this activity. Kids tend to find it really good fun. They love making sounds and getting you to close your eyes and guess what the sound might be.
And there's a really lovely children's picture book by Mem Fox called Night Noises that really explores this idea too of things sounding scary that in fact aren't that scary after all. So if you've got access to that book, you might want to read that too.
Yeah, so it's not a therapeutic book, it's just a mainstream book, but a really lovely story that fits really nicely with this activity. So that can be something that you might send the child home with after doing this activity, or you might send them a challenge to make sure they have a go at making some scary sounds at home, or recording on their parents' phone the scariest sound they can make so that they can come in and show you next time and you can have a guess about how they made that sound.